Jank got
They,
2 kids.
they got
The slow jam was weak.
Oh yeah,
Man,
yeah.
That we know of anyway.
Yeah.
I won't waste nothing. Okay, you gonna get all of this.
Oh my!
Can you hear me, bitches?
Hey, welcome to Bring the Smack Wednesday. I'm Big Al, Killmonger Spiritual Advisor. I'm Big Al, Killmonger Spiritual Advisor.
Big Tie Seeds, Bay Harbor University.
It's good to be coming from you. Right, Razorback Nation in the house.
Hey. It's your favorite dude, Jack. What's going on, people?
Let's get to it. What advice do you have for the first-time fathers? What were you not prepared for? And any advice for military fathers?
Mr. Goody V, we'll let you go first today.
Because I had the first kid in this group here. Number one, get your ass in the military because most of it is free. I only paid $17 for my kids, so get in the military before you have them pop them seeds out. But advice is number one, just be ready, man. You know, it ain't no manual on it or whatever, but be ready as you can. Come with a lot of responsibility,
especially if you're in the military, man. Don't put that job first. Be with the kids, because man, time flies by. We're just a cog in that damn machine, man. So spend as much time with your family as possible. You think that the job is going to stop because you're not there pushing out paperwork, doing whatever job you got. It doesn't. This machine has been going on way before you got in. It's going to continue way after you get out.
The mistake I made.
Yeah.
What was your big mistake?
Yeah, what was that?
I missed that.
Spending more time at work than at home. Thinking the job got to get done, and if I don't do it, it ain't gonna get done.
Time out. You talking military wise?
He asked what was one of the I guess biggest regrets or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was putting work over family a lot of time.
Once again, you talking about military time?
Yeah, anytime, but yeah, I'm picking up military perspective.
Your kids were grown by the time you got in the military, brother.
No, he's saying while he was in the military, he spent more time at the job than being with his kids. Because
you can't be, stealing, steak flanks and pork flanks and schnitzels and things, and going to the single dorms and things. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hanging out with your boys.
He had a freezer full of aluminum foil with things in it.
I believe we passed the limitations.
Statute of limitations on it, yes, sir. Not only did I have a steak and shrimp wrapped in foil, damn foil came from the dining hall too. Shit, I had this big ass motherfucking foil box right in the house.
So you chose to stay at work, or they was making you stay at work?
Yeah, most of my choice.
Yeah, shit, I'm with Goody on
that.
I
wasn't
I wasn't EPRs and all this other bullshit at the last.
But as an E4, E5, I don't think you had.
But no, I still had the thing. No, nigga, I still had this little thing on me where I felt like I had to make sure the job got done, and you stayed longer than you normally would.
Put a time frame on it. Are we talking Buck Sergeant Germany? Or are we talking Master Sergeant?
Overall, you can't tell me when you became a senior NCO that you didn't feel like you were getting pulled to that job constantly with the phone calls and other shit that was going on that needed your attention.
Yeah, I mean that was part of the gig.
Well, that's all I was saying. It was one of my regrets. When I didn't have to make that choice, I still made it. I stayed at work.
Still stayed at work.
I still stayed at work. Then you get to a rank where you really ain't got a whole lot of choice.
Most of the time, with the younger fathers that are coming through the military, they now offer them paternity leave as well as the mother to actually go spend time with their child. Back then, you didn't have that. They didn't care. They didn't care whether you was having a baby or not having a baby. That wasn't their problem. They didn't issue you a baby or a child.
But my advice to him though is spend as much time.
They expect the father to be back at work.
You can because
you took leave.
With these young dudes right now, and I ain't saying all of them. I'm just saying I can see them on their paternity leave, sitting in front of a TV in front of a video game. and not really spending the time with their kid, bonding with the kid kind of thing. Yeah, they're gonna take advantage of that paternity leave because it's there. My thing is, spend time with their kids too. For those years, man, before you look at it, man, before you look around, the kids are grown. They
Bro, they walking, and they in their teenage years.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you had their high school graduation.
Yeah, exactly. You just spent the first 12 years playing Call of Duty and shit.
Yeah.
See, none of that stuff happen.
Exactly.
My advice though is, spend as much time as you can with that kid. We're talking about fatherhood now. So. Yeah. Take advantage of the time you got with them. Don't last forever. Like I said, if I can go back in time, I probably, I ain't gonna say I will spend more time with my kids. Because I didn't spend time with them. I was either at work long hours, and when I wasn't at work, I was hanging out with you niggas, barbecuing and drinking.
Don't blame us now, okay?
Hey,
don't blame us now.
I was a quiet
choir boy.
Man, leave it to Beaver Cleaver type of daddy before I met you three niggas. So yeah, but yeah, I would spend more time with the kids, like if I can go back in time, but because it's short, man.
My advice would be planning. You plan it, you expect you to be ready, for fatherhood.
So let me ask this: is planning count as your pull-out game? Is pulling out is that planning? No.
Well, you better have some have some type of birth control, brother. Okay.
Yes,
that's part of planning. Okay. All right.
Hey, if that's part of your planning is flawed.
It's starting off flawed.
What I'm saying, if you are in a relationship with someone, normally you have the communication and you talk. You know what I'm saying, especially if you're married. You know what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm not gonna go, far left here, but yeah. So you just have to. To me, you just got to plan, man. Plan it out.
Let's say
if you plan it out, map it out, man. If it's spending time with them, yeah, you got to spend time with them. Because guess what? That's your responsibility, man.
Yeah.
You got to take care of the kids, man.
One thing they got to realize, man, is kids can wait. You know what I'm saying? Kids can wait.
That's right.
Because when you're younger, man, you got things you may want to do or whatever the case may be, but you better understand that if you plan a trip for you and your old lady to Florida for the weekend, either the kid gonna be drug along with you, or you need to find somebody to watch that kid. You know what I'm saying?
So that means you got to plan for babysitting. You know what I'm saying?
Child care on base or anywhere you go now. Boy,
shame.
Hey, that's right. Got to plan for it, man.
I grew up in a small town in Arkansas. I don't even remember a damn daycare in town. Back in them days, people took care of each other.
What town?
What town in Arkansas?
Eudora, baby, in Eudora, Arkansas. The you, the real you, the real you. Not no damn Miami. You remember daycares being around? Not that I paid attention to it, but people took care of each other's kids. Take your kids to your mom's house, and they watch them here. Half the time they stayed with your mama's house, and they came to your house in the weekend or whatever. But today, grandma was about the same damn age as the damn girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Grandmama's a young boy, and
she ain't got time to be watching nobody badass kids.
You like my
lucky
mom?
If she don't charge your ass to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Now,
you like my mom with me and my brother. Tell her younger sisters, "Hey, watch them. I'll be back," and she be going the whole damn weekend.
You gotta plan it out though, bro. You gotta understand that shit comes with a major responsibility.
Hey, just like you said, that damn daycare is expensive. Pampers, one of my nieces just told me a box of Pampers is $50-some-odd.
Bro,
that's just Pampers. We talking about you got to feed them. Formula.
Formula out the damn. Bro, that shit almost like you got to find a black market for that shit to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what happened to our boosters? I need me a Walmart booster.
You got to find you a real good booster now to raise the kid, bro.
Sound like y'all trying to scare them out of having kids, man.
But it's better to plan. It's man.
I hear what you're saying, but how many times young kids are in a relationship is not planned and it occurs? What's the first thing they say we got to do? When they say, "Oh, okay, she's pregnant," wasn't planned. What is their next step? What do you think that is?
Next step, you got to start planning and saving.
You better get ready.
Right.
Get ready.
What's
the next step?
What's the next step? What you
Nope.
think the next step is?
I think they feel pressured to get married. Went past the planning stage. The planning stage was out the window when they birth
plan
control
A went
was
out the
put
window.
out.
Now they on plan D. You
They
gotta start saving.
Hey, no, if the plan was that weak ass pullout game, then they already went past.
And so what we saying is, in an ideal situation, you're gonna plan the shit out. Hey, we're gonna chill. In an ideal situation, we're gonna chill and we're gonna do our thing, and then at some point we'll get together and we'll have a baby. But when you throw that scenario in where all of a sudden this baby is here, all of a sudden without.
But that's majority of the scenarios. Because if you think back, man, look back over the years, majority of the scenarios, that's how they started. The young fathers, most of them are in that situation. They, like I was saying, his plan for birth control was his pullout game, and next thing you know,
Jank got 2 kids.
They got
the pullout game was weak.
Oh yeah.
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 I won't waste nothing. Okay, you're gonna get all of this.
Oh my God! See, and that's what I'm talking about.
And what we saying though, first of all, what we saying is, what advice do we have for new fathers? My thing is,
and that's why I
plan on being a father, plan. That's the key word in the whole situation. Plan for it. But if you find yourself in a situation where you all of a sudden you're a father and you've been planning for it, now we saying, understand this is what's going to happen.
And that's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at. Because what y'all were saying was plan, and I've seen the opposite of that a lot more than I've seen a young couple get married then plan to have a baby. I've seen they have a baby or they're pregnant and they get married, and now they're in that situation of, did you get married because y'all like each other, or did you get married because now there's a baby and you say, I got to take care of my responsibility, and that's the next step.
A topic like a motherfucker there. That's the worst thing you can do, is get married because of a child.
That wouldn't be my suggestion.
Hell no.
As far as this topic is concerned, I wouldn't suggest nobody get married if they're pregnant. You better know who you marry. And half of them, when you make somebody pregnant, they don't even know who the fuck they with anyway. By that time.
The key advice here is probably not to have sex until you're ready.
Well, that ain't
because we know.
I need you to take the deacon gloves off. Let's get those off, because we already know sex has happened.
Hey, we know things happen. You know what I'm saying? And that nobody got a true pull-up game. You know what I'm saying? Because before you think you already ejaculated, dude, you already, your boys already swimming already.
Them soldiers already marching. Them soldiers are
already marching, dog. You can't stop that march, okay?
No. The Saints will go marching on. Put it like that.
So here's the thing: you either got to wrap it up. She got to be on some type of birth control, or you got to go. If you're old enough, get your vasectomy so you won't have no more accidents or whatnot.
Where the vasectomy come from?
Mr. PSA.
That's part of the planning process, though.
That's part of the planning, man. It's all stuff,
and contraceptive and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, we got a young 18 through 25-year-old dude, and you talking vasectomy?
Yeah.
All right, whatever you sipping and smoking tonight, I'm gonna need you to take a quick break.
You want some of that?
Hey, that might be what he need, because he said his pullout game was non-existent. So he needed vasectomy.
Hey, he said he don't waste no soldiers, baby. Hey, while I'm thinking about drinks, Goody, who we sponsored by tonight, baby?
Man, tonight we gonna go on roll with that Remy. Man, Remy. SOP. Can y'all see that there?
Okay.
Man, that ball's shining, man. What you been doing,
Remy.
man?
Hey,
you got 2 bottles?
Yeah, that's a second bottle.
So that twin bottle there.
Hey,
I just switch hands.
Hey, that
bottle
came out of his back pocket.
I ain't know people still drink out of pints.
That bottle.
Hey, you got a little problem. You just need a little tap when you drive it home.
When you drink alone, you should have a pint. Not them big ass bottles y'all niggas got. That's a problem.
Hey, because y'all know y'all like to take the tops off them bottles and throw them away. Y'all
you know what I'm saying? You could do that. You could do that with a little pint. But y'all niggas got them big ass liters and half gallons of shit. That's a problem.
Hey, and before we get started,
matter of fact, before you go to the liquor store again, man.
You know Ty don't look at the pints. Ty don't look at pints. Ty spit at pints. Get that shit out my face. Hey, Ty, who we sponsored by today, man? What business?
We are sponsored by Ames Financial Solutions at ReShellSmith.com. That's Ames Financial Solutions. ReShellSmith.com.
Okay.
All right. Back to the topic
about no sex. We threw that out the window. Now he's talking about some kid 18 to 25 having vasectomies that might want to have kids later. That's out the window.
So today's topic is what advice, okay, do
I ain't heard no advice yet. I ain't heard none yet.
I did, yeah. Hey, you better go ask.
Advice is the plan before you have one.
Yeah.
Now, but if you find yourself,
biggest advice I can tell anybody.
But if you find yourself with one without planning, then you need to understand. Be ready for the responsibility.
James, say the question again. One more time for the people, peanut gallery up top. Say the
for our listeners. So here's tonight's topic. What advice do you have for first-time fathers?
I got this, Goody.
What were you not prepared for? How can they invest in their children now? Any advice for military fathers?
Okay, Goody, I got this one. Okay, the baby is here, Goody. I heard the question the first time. The planning stage is out the fucking window, okay? The baby is here. He said, what advice do you have for new first-time fathers? So the planning stage is gone. So what we're saying...
The biggest thing I would say, put insurance, life insurance on your child. Put life insurance on your child.
Bird has dropped the baby off. The baby is here.
Yes.
So the advice to the new father is, how do you stay...
Insurance. One of the first things I would say is life.
For who?
The child.
Who? What a child?
For the child. Put life insurance.
On the child?
On the child, yes. Now, my oldest was born. All my kids, when my daughter and my son were born, I had that Gerber life insurance from when they first were born. And that covered in case what happens to them.
Gerber or Gerber?
Gerber.
Gerber is what he put it like.
Gerber.
Now, motherfucker, that's gerbils for you.
No.
See, that's
the thing he had crawled up in his ass and nobody's looking with the camera go off. But in the future, you're gonna have daycare expenses. And it ain't gonna be far in the future because at some point, that 6 weeks of paternity leave you got is gonna be gone.
The baby's here, man. There's no planning. The baby is here already. There's no planning.
You can plan for the future still. It don't mean you give up all your plans. Your plans change. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely.
That's what I'm saying. So it's still in the planning process. You still got to plan for stuff. There's gonna be some stuff coming up. You got daycare. You got diapers. You got formula. You got doctor's visits. You got all that stuff.
And then if that spouse was working, you got to remember she's going to be out of work. Yeah. So that check, everybody's going to be relying on your check.
Yeah, she unfortunate enough to have a job that don't pay her while she on maternity leave. It's all on you. So what I'm saying is the baby is here. Yes. Yep. Whatever plan you had in the past, even if you didn't have a plan, all that stuff is out the window. Now you have to readjust the plan you had or start a new plan because your life is going to change. As a new father, your life is going to change. And it should change.
It changes for the better. It changes for the better. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it changes for the better. Yeah, and I'm not just trying to scare nobody, just saying that it's a reality about to hit you. When you was able to go out on Friday nights to the image and stay out all night to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you and your wife, not no more. Not no more. And if you're going to have a good life together, both of y'all asses better be at home because one of them gonna get tired of the other one.
You shouldn't be out like you single and getting a phone call and then act like you still talking to that person after they hung up on you. Basically, we shouldn't even do that.
That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. When you got friends like you, motherfucker, you can pretend that you didn't just get hung up on. Otherwise, you get dragged all night long.
What are you planning, Ty? What's your number one? I already said.
Ty. Let's hear from you, Ty. What's your advice?
The planning stage when that baby is here. First, baby's here. It depends on the situation, regardless.
What advice would you give a new father?
I'm getting that motherfucker if you let me.
Okay, well, it ain't but a 30-minute show, nigga. Goddamn.
No. So what I'm saying
is, Dr. Phil. Come on,
it depends on the situation. Whether the people are together or whether they're not together, they decide to get married, not to get married. still as that first time father, you had a right to be in that child's life, regardless of your situation with the mother. And sometimes the mothers don't always allow that because of their situation with that father. But if you are able and they do allow that, or you have rights as the father for visitations and to see your child without being held hostage or being said, oh, well, we got to get married in order for you to see your kid, you still have rights to spend time with your kids. And you have to fight for those rights as a first time father. But if everything is all good and you don't have to do that.
Say it louder what you said before. You have rights.
Yeah, you have. I mean, you have rights, man, and you have to fight for those rights as a young father. You don't necessarily have to be with that person. Let's say the plan is out the window. Like you said, things change, Goody. Plan is out the window, but that's your child. You have rights to be in that child's life. Fight for that right to be in that child's life.
Hey,
I mean, even opportunities as your child get older, coach their soccer team, coach their basketball team, coach their football team, go to their spelling bees, go to their parent conferences, do all of that stuff, be involved, fight to do that. That's what I say to advice to the younger fathers. If you have a significant other, man, let her sleep. You get up with the baby. You do those things as a young father. Yes, you're tired. Who cares? You work 12 hours in the military, 12 hours somewhere else. Give that significant other a break. Enjoy that time with your kid. You may be tired, man, but you'll look back and be like, oh, man, that was some of the best times I've ever had. And they're gone because kids grow up so fast. Fast, man. And I mean, and that's my advice to the younger fathers. Be involved from the baby stages all the way up until they're out the house, whether you're in the house, out the house, visitations, married or not married. Be involved in all your kids' life.
The second part of the question is, what were you not prepared for?
What were we not prepared for?
Yeah, as a first time
prepared for none of it.
Now, when I had my oldest, I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I was going to not do the things that I didn't like as a father. Didn't work out that way. I still ran around. I was acting like I was single when I should have been spending time with my child. That's my biggest regret ever. I put my needs or my wants before my child.
The desires.
Yeah, you can say desires. But that's my biggest regret. Now,
what about you, Ty? Any?
Well, I mean, there's no playbook for it, man. You learn, or you were writing the book as you went along. If you're that first time father, man, you don't know everything because it could depend on how you grew up. Was your father there? Was your father involved? And not to get too deep into that, I had male figures in my life, but it wasn't directly. My father wasn't directly responsible for who the man I am. Did he play a role in it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Whether he was there all the time or not, and those play into effect of how you raising your kids. Do you want to be like your father, raise your kids like that, or do you set out to be different than your father? Not saying good, bad, or better, but everybody wants their kids. I would think everybody wants their kids to do better than them and try to raise them to the best of their abilities. And how they turn out, is it your fault? Or is it you did the best you could? And however they turned out successfully or not successful, did you have a role in that by doing the best you can? Like I said, it's not a book to it.
It's always a learning game. You'll be learning all the way through. Why are you trying to teach?
No, my biggest thing was I was raised with the rod. So I knew in my mind I wasn't gonna raise my kids that way. Yeah, I would grab my kids by their collar and talk to them face to face, but I whooped my kids maybe 3 to 4 times.
And you whooped Chip. You whooped Chip.
Every time.
Chip probably laid you out. Chip probably laid you out.
Every time I whooped them, I'm the one that's crying. So I said, I knew this wasn't for me. I knew I'm very stern.
It's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
Hey, and I'm crying like a motherfucker. I'm the mother crying over there. Crying like a little bit.
Hey, dude's a punk.
Hey, straight. Hey, I whooped Chantel. Man, I'm in here boo-hooing like she's looking at me. I'm like, huh? So I knew. Hey, I was more like my dad, man. I'll put you on punishment, man. It's easier on me. I can't.
That punishment worse than the whooping. You looking out the window, you can't go outside. Everybody playing.
It was a real punishment.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that was a
sir.
punishment.
Because I know, like with me, the not whooping wasn't my ideal. I was about to rob. That's what I was about. You know, I had a wife at the time who didn't believe it. So, you know, I just did a lot of yelling and screaming and stuff. You know, get your head in the room kind of thing. But there was a point where I understood that sending them to their room to me wasn't punishment.
They got phones. They got phones, TVs.
Well, back in the day, they didn't have cell phones, but you know, my kid, they had TVs and radios and all kind of stuff they can just be distracted with. But my thing was, you know, we go in that room, I'm pulling the damn plug out the TV. I'm pulling, you know, anything they can just, you know, you can have a good time with, I'm taking it out of there. Don't touch it, you know, because you're in here for punishment. And you know, they couldn't stand there for me. But yeah, hey, I used to if you just send them to their room and they doing all this other stuff, all you did was just get them out of their face. My idea was, you know, you need to learn a lesson. There ain't no TV,
doing them a favor.
Ain't no toys, ain't no nothing. You just got them out your face. That's all you do. So no, I didn't do the spanking. Huh? Yeah, all them gadgets.
I'm taking gadgets.
Yes, sir. See, if I couldn't move it and it had batteries, the batteries came out of
PlayStation controllers. Xbox controllers,
we know about
laptops.
you. We know about you. You gas up the pace and go take the car back and everything else. We know about you.
Thank you. I'm taking it, brother. I'm taking what's most dear and near your heart. Okay.
You want your children to be better than you.
Yep.
I think all fathers should think that way. You want them better than you.
And another little piece of advice I got for them, though, man, is you know, as much as you love your kids, that is the absolute wrong reason to stay in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a fear that, you know, the court was going to screw me over and bend me over and just go straight through me, no dude, no nothing. That's what black men think about the court system. So, you know, for a long time, I wanted to be divorced, but I knew I had no keys. I already knew if I got the divorce, I was going to face what you face, terrible. You know, you can't see the keys, so you're going to have a hard time, just out of spite. And I already knew the course wasn't no friend of the other black person. So for me, I stayed in there as long as I did because of that fear. And, you know, that's bad advice. Don't stay there for the people. You're doing more harm to them than you are by just going ahead and getting a divorce, dealing with the situation the way it is. Once that divorce is happening, so just don't forget you got them. Right.
Another thing, man, you should make your kids comfortable talking to you about anything. You might not agree with what everything they saying or what's going on. You got to let them feel comfortable talking to you because there's too much bull crap out there now for kids with the cell phones, the social media, and all that shit. You got to be opening up to talk to your kids, man. Not as adults. Please don't think I'm saying that, especially with young kids. But let them feel comfortable because there's too many monsters out here. Bro.
Man, hey, man, is there a third part to this? I thought there was a third question.
It is. The third.
No time for the third question.
Yeah, the third was any advice for military fathers.
Military fathers, I'll get the same, man. I'll get the same. Don't get married because you're having a child, but definitely pay your child support. Definitely be involved in your child's life. Regardless if the mother lets you see them or don't, you have certain rights to be involved in your child's life. So fight for those rights.
Hey, yes, sir. So what time in the continuity book that you got? What time did you have you covered in?
Man, this cat that I followed into this job.
Yeah. Point him out, brother. Point him out.
The nigga in the white shirt, the nigga don't play like that. Dark skinned nigga in the white shirt. He told me he had a continuity book, and I thought I was in good hands, but you know, I got in there and it was OJT like a mug in that damn job, bro.
So he didn't leave you
get the ground running, boy. Yeah.
He didn't leave you nothing to go by.
Hey. And he's still running.
Not a single page.
Even at that time to kind of wrap it up.
Yeah. What you got last words, Brother C's?
I done hit it, man. I think I hit it earlier, man. Just fight to be involved in your child or children's life because you have certain rights, no regrets. Be involved all the way through.
Yeah. Dirty Deke?
Hey, I was saying, practice that pull-out game, baby. Hey. Hey. what I didn't say was this right here. I know another time's gone. The question's already passed, but what I didn't say, and y'all hit it. But I'm saying what I wasn't ready for is, when things don't work out, if you are married with, your mother kids, it comes more responsibility and paying child support and stuff like that. But at the same time, and I said this on a previous podcast where I put, my part-time job in front of my kids, what I'm saying? So it took away from the time, what I was talking about from my kids. But likely that, I came to.
Brother Goodvine.
Yeah. Bottom line though, you either gonna be ready, you better go get ready. One of the two.
Yeah. I agree with Brother Steve, man. We got right. We shouldn't feel like the second class parent or get, hung out there trying to see your babies and you gotta jump through hoops just to see them. So my biggest advice is plan, but once it happens, if that baby's here, that should be priority number one. Fuck a job, fuck the mom if y'all not together. Priority one is that child.